welcome to episode 30 of The Unwrapped Leader, where you get raw, real, and relevant in the new network marketing as you become a gifted leader in your business. So my name is Dracy Dewar, and I am live here, or I should say recorded here from the Gold Coast, Australia. And today I bring to you, again, as I say, our 30th episode as I celebrate my 30th year anniversary. And I just wanted to say, I hope everybody has had a wonderful Christmas or just a wonderful time with their family in these last few days. And this is the week where I normally get to relax, reset, and reflect over the year as I get myself geared up for 2023. But because I had a goal that we really wanted to finish this year off with our 30th episode, I'm struggling saying 30th, but 30th episode, I decided that I was going to do this. Thanks to my gorgeous partner in crime, Teisha Dorianna. She went solo last week on her episode as I had wanted to take the week off to prep for my beautiful family, that I said I would do this. So this is me here doing it by myself, doing it on my own. But I know I got her on my back, on my shoulders, and all my beautiful people supporting me as I do this. And today's topic is about the essence of you. And I chose this topic because it really goes out to the people out there that are having hard times, tough times, or real times of struggle. So I dedicate that to you if 2022 has been a year of any of those three. And I guess it comes down to being the essence of you, because how I want to talk about that is how we handle those difficult situations, and not just in our personal life, our professional life, and even privately, but I just think it's heavy on my heart to bring that. And I thought it would be a good topic because, as I shared, I've been 30 years in the business and I have been blessed through those years, but I talk about my blessings in a way that I have focused on all the good. But it does not come without struggle. It does not come without the times of, I guess, where I've had, things that have happened where I've had to really work hard, and where I have focused on, or how I have climbed out, is through having that attitude of gratitude and believing in the process. But again, it came down to the essence. And I want to just talk about how I see essence and how you can bring essence into your life, into your heart, and into the world around you. And so I think of essence of how you connect your head and your heart to your sole purpose of why you are actually here. So I want to talk about three magic words before we move on, and that is the energy, the experience, and the environment. So the energy that you actually extract, the energy that you carry, the energy that you give off, no matter what happens, where it happens, or with who it happens. And then talk about the experience. What kind of experiences do you want to hold and have in life? And what kind of experiences do you want to give the people around you? And then I talk about the environment you want to create, and the environment that you actually want to establish around you. And so when you actually take the time to ponder on those three powerful words, on you, the essence of you, on your energy, the experience, and the environment, I want that to just really resonate with you at the deep level in your core. Because for myself, it wasn't without me going into doing what I call, I guess, personal development or Project You. And when I came into 2022, coming together with, this was my year that I was going to step out and shine. I know I've been in the industry as long as I have. I know I've made a difference. I've made an impact, and I have 4 beautiful children and now 4 fabulous grandchildren. And we had a wonderful Christmas of being able to have my family together, my kids, my grandkids, even my mother from Canada over to visit. It just really makes me think that why this year was such a big, powerful year for me is because I have been living a really blessed life because of the way I have chosen my life. And so this year was my year to step up and stand out and go online and shine. And that's why, as you will see, what we've come out with our book and our brand. And, I think it's been fantastic and amazing. And I've been blessed with these babies this year. And so I just look at all this newness. And if you've been listening and following us, you'll hear how we've spoken about a brand new direction. And we've talked about the branding, and we've talked about the new business, and we're now talking about the direction you want to go. And so when I reflect and review this year, these are the things that were my essence and my message and my mission, and the vision that I have crafted and created was about the lessons to my kids. So if you actually follow me on Instagram, as Dracy Dewar, you'll see that I have a really big, strong brand pillar around the essence of my kids. I've also had a strong essence around Project You. And then, of course, doing one brave thing every day. So anyway, this is my brave thing today. But it has been a very big brave year to be able to step out and do it with people that I actually don't know in the social media space. And so I've made the choice that the people in the social media space have been people who are close and dear to my heart, that I know I'm speaking to one of you that I know that I love. And if it's not somebody I know, it's somebody that I'm soon to know. And I've opened up some beautiful connections, some beautiful new people in my life. And so I really wanted to talk about, this is a time of year where we talk about giving gifts. But if you've known and listened to us, we have been talking this whole year about gifts. The gifts that we have, the gifts that we want to unwrap, and the gifts that we carry. And especially going through the holiday season, I'm sure many of you have been gifted with gifts and been giving gifts. But I want to start off with some of my philosophies. And I've talked about my mission, and I've talked about a vision, and some of the philosophies. But I wanted to talk about 8 gifts that actually don't cost a cent. If you're really working on you and yourself and how you handle difficult situations and how you get through the tough times, it's one of these things, is working on yourself. And so this is where I want to talk about the 8 gifts that don't cost a cent. Are you ready? Okay. Number 1, the gift of listening. But you must really listen. If you really think about the last time you've listened to someone without interrupting, without daydreaming, no planning on what your response is going to be, but just listening and giving people space to expand, explore, and share whatever they're going through. Number 1 gift you can give. I know in my time in learning and listening I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I just definitely know that I'm constantly working on it. I know Brian Tracy has been one that I've had the blessings to study or listen or read his fantastic philosophy and dialogue on listening. So if that is something that you feel that you could work on or do more of, is work on the power of listening. And it is such a gift you can give someone. Number 2, the gift of affection. Be generous with appropriate hugs, kisses, pats on the back, holding someone's hand. Letting these small acts demonstrate the love that you have for your family, your friends. And again, it comes down to a love language. If Gary Smalley, he does a book called The Love Languages. And then we have 5 different types of love languages. And one of them happens to be the gift of touch, or should I say the receiving of touch and affection. That's how I should say it. And so I ask you, maybe it might be not something that you're naturally good at, but just a pat on the back or a hug, the power and the gift it could give somebody, especially on a tough day or hard day. Number 3, the gift of laughter. Just think of cartoons, a clip of a cartoon, just sharing that with someone. One of the powerful things of memes in our Facebook or Instagram or social media is some of these memes that have come out, these funny memes. Again, putting a laugh on your face, sharing an article or a funny story with someone. Or just, laughing with somebody is so powerful. Or the fact that you sharing with someone that I love laughing with you. It's so much fun. What a gift that is to give to somebody, the gift of laughter. Number 4, the gift of a written note, the power of words. Yes, it's nice when you say it, but when you see somebody take the time and intention of writing some powerful words, just simply saying something that you admire or love about that person. It's a brief gesture, but a handwritten note is something that will be remembered for a lifetime. It may even change somebody's life. We talk about, you may have seen one of our episodes, lollipop moments. I remember watching a TEDx talk, and it was a gentleman talking about the power of the lollipop moment, meaning you may have said or did something and you never knew the power of it, but it changed somebody's life and they went on to do something different. And that maybe one day that person tells you the difference they made in your life. It was so sweet. So I encourage you to have some of those sweet moments and have a lollipop moment and share something really good in that gift of doing something handwritten, or even the gift of a compliment. Again, that is definitely another lollipop moment. Something that is so simple, so sincere. You look great in red, or you did a super job, or I just love the way you cook. You are so good at cooking, or just something that is so simple will definitely make that day. And again, it comes to, be so busy giving recognition that you don't need it yourself. I know a lot of people get caught up in the place, well, he didn't do it for me, or she didn't say that to me. I say, break that pattern, break the shackles of waiting for somebody to compliment you, or waiting for somebody to say the right thing to you, or waiting to give you that hug. Go and be that person. Now, the next gift is the gift of a favor. every day. Go out of your way and just do something kind for someone, whether it's someone you know, someone you don't know. Again, just be open to the gift of giving and doing something lovely. A gift of the best people in my life have been somebody who has actually done something for me. And not that I expect it, but when they do it, I am so grateful. My acts of service is my love language. So I guess that's why I really respond well to people who do a small favor for me, because I love being the one to give favors. I love being the one to be gift giving and saying words of affirmation. So when they come my way, you can imagine how grateful I am. But just the intentions of being in that space and being aware of what people are doing, saying or not saying, and just being aware of yourself, what you could be doing. And then number 7 is the gift of solitude. There are times when we just want nothing better than to be left alone. And I feel you giving yourself that gift of solitude makes you more powerful, because in that gift of solitude, you give yourself the time and attention to be present with yourself. Because when you are, then you are much more better on being of service to others. But also recognize when somebody needs to be alone, that you don't take it personal, that they just maybe need that time themselves to have that gift of solitude. Be sensitive in those times and give that gift to the others that are so deserving. And then last but not least, on the gifts that do not cost a cent, is the gift of cheerful disposition. Now, I would say this is probably one of my favorite and most powerful ones. It's just so easy to be around people who are positive and feel good about themselves. But just know that not everybody that has that cheerful disposition are probably feeling it, or may have gone through hard times, tough times, and again, struggles in their own time. No, they're going through something challenging, just like yourself. And just again, that kind word to someone and just being cheerful within yourself, you are going to breed, again, coming back to the energy that you give off if you're focused on creating an environment and having a positive experience. And so I really wanted to finish off with something I feel is incredibly powerful. And it's your superhero power. It's superhuman, and it's about you having a super attitude. No matter what you do, what happens to you. And that's what they say. It's not what happens to you that matters, but it's what you do with it that matters. And I really pride myself on a positive attitude. I also very much pride myself in being mindful and taking a step back and really listening and paying attention to the situation. Again, I'm not perfect at it, but I definitely is in that process of working on. And so I wanted to give you 4 simples to a positive super attitude so you can carry that super attitude into 2023. Because as I said, it's not what happens to you that counts. It's how you react to what happens to you, especially when you have unexpected problems of any kind. So here's these 4 things that will assure that your attitude is the most important under any circumstance. So number 1, focus on the future. Whatever challenges you face, focus on the future rather than the past. Instead of worrying about what you did or who to blame, focus on where you want to be or how you would want to do this. Get into a clear mental picture of your ideal success for the future or the situation, and then take whatever action you can and begin moving in that direction. Get your mind, get your thoughts and your mental images on the future. Again, the best gift you can give yourself is be peaceful in the presence. Have that mental image of the future that you so desire. Not about what you can or cannot control, but the future that you want to have, and start with that. I call it my autopilot, because if you put your brain onto autopilot whenever you get distracted, it'll come back to you. That's why the power of a vision board is so powerful, that strong mental image. Your brain cannot determine what is real and what is not. So program that brain with all those positive mental images of the future that you want to focus on. Hence why we created our vision board, our Fierce Vision Board workshop coming up soon. Actually, by the time you watch this, it'll have already happened or just be happening, and you'll actually be able to get the recording and the workbook. Okay, again, back to 4 simple steps of a super attitude. Number 2 is focus on the solution. Whenever you are faced with difficulties, Focus on the solution rather than problem. Think and talk about ideas and solutions, ideal solutions that overcome the obstacles or that setback, rather than wasting time rehashing and reflecting on the problem. Focus on solutions that are inherently positive, whereas problems are inherently negative. The instant that you start thinking of these as problem solving and finding solutions, you become more positive and constructive, and it'll help you have the right energy to get through that problem and find the lesson, find the solution to it. So, number 3, look for the good. Look for the good. Assume that something is good is hidden in every difficult situation or challenge. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, a major proponent of positive thinking. He was a book on the power of positive thinking. Whenever God wants to give us a gift, he will wrap it up in a problem. So the bigger the gift you have coming, the bigger the problem you will receive. But the wonderful thing is that if you look at it as a gift, you will always find it. So number 4, look for that valuable lesson. Assume that whatever situation you are facing at that moment, it is exactly the right situation you ultimately need to be successful. This situation was sent to you to help you learn something, to help you be better, and to help expand the growth. Now, I know it's not always easy to see it when you're stuck in something challenging or hard. But again, if you work on the philosophy of focus on the future, find the solution, look for the good, and look for that valuable lesson, this is going to help you get through, get out, and get on top of what you need to have that successful future. So, in saying that, what are some action exercises that you can talk about success? I talk about success as in you living a happy, fulfilled life that is on purpose and on point for you. And so what are some actions or exercises that you can take? Again, number 1, become solution oriented with every difficult situation. Make it a habit to look for the answers to your questions and solutions to your problem. And again, that's why at the end of the day, it is so easy to go to bed with heavy on your heart and heavy on your shoulders and focusing on the problem. That's why at night, it is so good to focus on the solution. It's so good to focus on what you are grateful for, what was good about your day or good about your life, and move forward and start rehearsing the future that you want to have or what your next day is going to look at like. And that is what's going to help you breathe better energy, feel better about what you have coming up, and help handle those situations. And the universe, the laws of attraction, it's going to start to attract to you. It's powerful. It's amazing. Number 2, seek a valuable lesson in every adversity. Make a list of ideas or insights that you can gain from every setback and every difficulty. Because I know you care. I know you matter. And when you start taking account of how you overcome difficult situations, you are going to be a solution to someone else's problem or challenge. And one of the amazing things about you in your life and how you become empowering and how you become inspiring is your transformation of how you have overcome your difficult times into glorifying times. And so again, you matter and your challenges matter in everything that you do. And remember, the bigger the gift, the bigger the problem. So number 3 in your exercise you can do is start thinking on paper. Take the time to write out in detail your problem. Take the time to write out logical steps that are going to help solve it. And part of that paper process is taking the time to work on the things you want to do, the things you want to be, and the things you want to have. Get your mind focused on that future. And take the time, if you really want to fiercely protect your future, is think of the things you fiercely want to protect. Again, your family, your finances, your future, your fitness, your faith, and most importantly, I think I said, and your frame of mind. And so again, by the time you've listened to this, we'll have done our Fierce Vision Board workshop. I totally encourage you to check out. It should be either in the description, in the link, to be able to get the workbook to work on these things, to get yourself set up and start your year, or whatever time of the year you have received or watched or listened to this podcast or recording. It's the right time for you right now. So take action, download this Fierce Vision workbook, watch the video, the replay, get connected, get set up, and start getting focused on the essence of you. So my heart goes out to you. I love you. To those that, if you were that listening, that know that this message was for you, I just want you to know you can reach out at any time, direct message me. I'm here to help support you to live the life that you so deserve. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, make some comments of what you've gotten out of this.